What's up, guys? We're back. We're talking Michigan versus TCU college football playoff Fiesta Bowl. All right, let's dive right into this thing. Number one, Max Duggan is a dog. Okay, he showed a ton of guts versus Kansas State. Do I think TCU is good enough to be in? I don't know. Really, my opinion is no. I think Bama, like I said in the other video, I think Bama's favored over TCU if they played each other. So, like Nick Saban said, if you're trying to put the best teams in, you got to look at kind of that stuff. But I digress. Okay, they're playing Michigan, and we're going to talk about that game. Max Duggan in that Kansas State game, like I said, ton of guts. Showed he can go out and do whatever it takes to win football games. Kansas State upset them. Like I said, I had that line in the first half that hit, and just the opposite of what happened, what I picked in the end, which was I said TCU was going to run out late, maybe hit a field goal, maybe hit a touchdown, and be up 10 at the end. Went into overtime. Tremendous Big 12 championship. Like I said, it was going to be more defense than what people predicted, and that's what I said was going to happen. Kansas State, all the credit to them. Showed out, played well, played their ass off, and beat a good TCU team. So let's get on to Michigan. They have the number 3 defense in the country. Like I said in the other video, defense wins championships. Georgia, Michigan have the best interior line in college football. No question about it. What does that mean? That means they can hammer the football. What they're going to do and what they've been doing all year is run all over teams and bury them and wear them out late in the game. Like I said, I think the first half could be close. All these Michigan games that I've watched this year, they've been decently close, and then they just bury them out against good teams. They just wear them out on the interior offensive line. They're going to run it down your throat, and you know it's coming. Can you stop it? Nobody has yet. They're 13-0. All right, they're going to hammer the ball on the ground, and they're going to tell you they're going to do it, and they're going to do it. All right, that's how Michigan's been all year, and that's my kind of football. All right, that D line for TCU is going to have to really step up. I know they have a great offensive line, which I think could help in this game, but I think Michigan's smart enough on defense to create disguises and blitzes to make Max Duggan uncomfortable in the pocket. Quentin Johnson, like I said, he needs to be a huge factor in this game. People are predicting him to go top 5 in the draft, maybe the first receiver in the draft. This is the time to show the nation what you're about. All right. They're going to have to throw jump balls to him. He's going to have to make a big play in this game for this thing to stay close. The line is at 8 right now. It's been bouncing around from 6.5 to 8.5. Like I said, I like Michigan actually minus 8.5 or 8 in this game. I'm going to drop it down to 8. Maybe I'll drop it down to 7.5. But the reason I say that is because I've seen what Michigan does in the second half of games. When they really want it, they just grind it out 4, 5, 6 yards of carry, and then eventually the defense is gonna be worn out, and they're just gonna take over the game. JJ McCarthy had a great year. What Jim Harbaugh said about JJ McCarthy is he's really calm. He doesn't get nervous. He keeps his composure. He's one of the best quarterbacks Jim Harbaugh has ever seen at doing that, which helps in big games. When you're going against when you're playing a playoff game, it helps that your quarterback is even keel, knows what he has to do with the football, distribute it how he has to do it, and that's how they're going to win games. I think this is going to be an awesome matchup watching these two quarterbacks, J.J. McCarthy and Max Duggan, two guys that nobody's really talking about in the draft, but two guys that led their team to the college football playoff. It's pretty cool to see. Same thing with Stetson Bennett. All right, these quarterbacks that are in the college football playoff are guys who do the right things. They distribute the football right. The offenses are built towards them, and that's why they win football games. They grind you out. This is going to be, I'm going to say this is going to be a decently high scoring game. All right. I'm going to take the over in the second half of this game. I think TCU does score in this game. I think they get at least 28 or 21 points. I'd say like 24 the highest. If TCU can somehow get 28 points, I think they have a really good chance of winning this game. But I don't think they can stop Michigan's offense. I think Michigan's offense scores upwards in the 40s in this game. I really think they do. I think they do exactly what they did against Purdue. I know TCU is better than Purdue. But that game just showed that they're ready for this. They've been ready for this all year. This is what they've been working for since last year. And I think they really, really, really want Georgia. I think they really want to see Georgia again in the national championship game. The game is at 4 p.m., but in their time, it's going to be 1 p.m. or noon, something like that. There's going to be a little bit of a time change that could affect Michigan, not as much as at TCU, But who knows? I think both fan bases travel really well in this game. I think you're going to see a lot of amazing blue. Like I said, I think Michigan's really, really hungry. I think they cover the 8.5 or 8. Sorry, I'm going to drop it down to 8. I think they run away with this thing late. I think Jim Harbaugh goes to the national championship and possibly wins this thing. I think this is Michigan's year, at least to put up a huge fight and keep that game close when they get to the national championship. But if TCU pulls this off, it'd be one of the biggest upsets that I've ever seen. That's how big that's how good I think Michigan is this year. I think they could beat them handily. I think they're going to do what they want to do with them. But I digress. If TCU can pull this off, it's going to be on the shoulders of Quentin Johnson and Max Duggan having the best game of his career. I really think that. I think J.J. McCarthy doesn't have an Ohio State game, but I think he does just enough, and I think those running backs are just going to gash him down the field without Corum playing. They've rotated guys in who could just run the football. But that's what I got in this game. Saturday, December 31st, Fiesta Bowl. Stay tuned for more videos. We got some MLB free agency talk with Nate. He's coming back on. It's going to be exciting. Stay tuned. We'll see you guys next time.